Hello everyone, my name is Tatiana from Journal Time with T on Instagram, and I just wanted to hop on and share with you my standard size, standard Stalogy notebook setup, my planner setup that I'm going to be using for the rest of 2021 and the start of 2022. I don't know how long I'll be in this just because I tend to change, my size quite frequently, but we're gonna give it a try for a little bit and see how well it goes. I actually have not been in standard size for probably a couple of years now. I started in a standard size actually when I first kind of got into this community, found what traveler's notebooks were and got into them for planning and stuff, but the system that I was using at the time just didn't work very well, so I couldn't make it work in my standard size. And I've actually found a great system for me in the Stalogies, so that's just what I'm transferring here. Because before this size I was in an A5 size, but since it's winter time now and I don't have a lot of stuff going on because it's either, it's cold, it's either snowing or raining, I don't like leaving the house very often, so there's not much going on, I decided to downsize a little bit. And I kind of wanted to take you through that because the system's going to be the same that I was using in my A5, it's just a little bit of a smaller size right now. So this is the Travelers Company Camel notebook. I just got it in a couple days ago. I love the leather. It's really smooth, really soft, and I'm really excited to see how it's going to age over time and scratch up, because it scratches really easily and I really like that. It's going to give it a lot of character, the more I use it. I added this little charm to it because I thought it just kind of went really well with it. I've had it in my collection for a while, so I could not tell you where I got it from, but I thought it was really cute. And then I also added these little beads on the bookmark down here. I kept losing the bookmark because it's such a thin string, so I added these on here to kind of weigh it down a little bit and make it a little bit more visible so I knew where it was. And I'm actually using it right now in my planner so I can mark the page instead of using a paper clip. But let's get into the actual setup of this. This is actually a very simple setup that I have at the moment. I'm just trying to go a little bit minimal, go a little bit lighter, because the A5 was getting a little bit hard to carry around with me when I went anywhere. And plus, like I said, the size was just getting a little too big because I don't really have much going on right now. And I like using a page per day in planning, and the pages were just too big. So I wanted to downsize a little bit into this. So this first notebook here is actually just like my personal diary here. I got it from my friend Angelica. She also sent me this sticker too, which I thought just made the notebook even cuter. I just added that on there and I really like how it turned out. But this is my personal diary. I try and write almost every day. I don't usually reach that goal, but I just write when I feel like I need to write. So I'm not going to show what's inside of here, but this is a Tomoe River paper insert, so I can use my fountain pens and stuff on it, and I really enjoy this when I do write in it. Really enjoy this, really happy with this. Here is my main planner. This is actually a half-year A5 Stalogy that was cut down to standard size. I found a shop on Etsy that will cut down and send these to you for a decent price. So I ordered it off there because if I were to have bought a Stalogy and had it sent to my house, there's not anywhere around me that I can take it to get it cut to, or cut down near me, because any major places that could do it are like an hour away from us. So I just figured I would pay a little bit of the extra money to have it cut down and sent to me, and I love how it turned out. They did an awesome job with it here. This plastic cover is actually from Lauren Phelps Design. You can see her little thing down here. It's got pockets in it, 3 pockets here and then 2 pockets in the back, which I absolutely love because I like having little pictures and stuff in here all the time. And I decorated the cover a little bit just to have it not so plain. But yeah, I'm really happy with this so far. I've only been in it, I just got this tonight. I've had the cover for a few days, but I just got the Stalogy tonight. So I've got it set up for the rest of this week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then I have it set up for next week. So I'll take you through that a little bit on what I do for my setup. But first, we'll just kind of go through it a little bit. So this is the first page. I like to put, like I said, pictures in and stuff like that. Like I always have a picture of my husband's and I wedding. I try to put pictures of our cats in because they are our babies. Like we don't have any kids at the moment, so these are our kids essentially. So I always put pictures of our cats in here, and then I just put this picture, another wedding picture, in the back with a note that my husband wrote, and I laminated it. And I actually keep this in every planner that I use. I always have it on me because I like getting the little notes from him, and it makes me happy when I see it on a really bad day. So I always keep that in any planner that I'm using at the time. I haven't decorated this first page yet. I never really know how to decorate these pages. I might just put like the date I started and then the date I finished this notebook, because I'm really hoping I finish this notebook, but I'm notorious for not finishing notebooks, so we'll see how it goes. But if you have any ideas on what you usually put on like the first page here, let me know in the comments down below. I'd really like to hear what you guys do. But on to my planning system. So like I said, I just got this notebook today, so this is just the setup for the rest of this week. So today's Friday, so I've got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I always split the weekends up into two for one page, just because since it's the weekend, I hardly ever have any plans on the weekend, just, you know, because it's the weekend. So I always just split it up in two just to save space. But on any normal day, they get a page per day. I usually decorate with a little bit of stickers. This is kind of like the lettering that I do. Like I use a zebra mild liner to write the date in the back, and then I just kind of did a little bit of cursive, and then I put the date next to it. The to-do was written in like that Tombow, let me show you here. This marker here, the Tombow, I'm not even going to begin to pronounce that, but I always write the to-do in this marker here, and it just works really well. It's the hard tip one. But I put in everything that I needed to do for the day, any appointments that I have, and then at the bottom of the page, like I can do kind of a little bit of memory keeping / journaling in a way. Like it's not anything private really that goes in here. Like this one is for kind of like my more private, deeper thoughts, and this one's just kind of more like, I guess, an overview of what my day was like. So like today I put a cute little sticker down, and I put that I had gotten my standard Stalogy, and I'm very happy with it so far, and we'll see how long I stay in it, because I'm notorious for switching sizes quite often. But we'll see. I really like it, and I also like how flat it lays. Like, look how flat this lays. I love it. It's so easy for me to write, and I don't feel like I have to take the notebook out to write. But each week too also gets its own kind of theme for the day, or for the week. Like the rest of this week is kind of like this blue-y, purpley kind of theme here with the stickers and stuff like that, and then the marker. And then I set up for next week, and next week is kind of this purpley pink sort of theme to it. I always set up for the week in advance. I tried kind of doing like rapid logging, where I just set up like for the day in the morning and then just write stuff as the day goes by, but it didn't really work out very well for me. I like having at least the week set up in advance so I can write any to-dos, like I have a doctor's appointment to go to, or I have to pay bills or something. Like I like knowing what's coming up. Excuse me. I like knowing what's coming up for the week, so I like having that week in advance. But yeah, so I use, like I said, the top for the to-dos. I can write anything I want down at the bottom. Sometimes I write little quotes. Sometimes I write, little stuff like this. But I really like how that system works for me, and I've been using it for a few months now, and it hasn't let me down yet. I do also have a monthly calendar insert for this coming as well for 2022. I'm not quite sure when it's going to come in, but as long as it comes in, you know, by January, then that's fine, because it's only for the start of 2022. I don't really need it right now. I have one that I can use, you know, finish out for 2021. But, and also I don't know if I'll add it in here too, just because with this cover on cover here, this plastic cover for the Stalogy, it sticks out a little bit. It's a little bulky. So when I close this, it sticks out a little bit here. I don't know if you can see very well, but it kind of sticks out a little bit, in which it doesn't necessarily bother me too much, but I think if I were to add another insert in here, that it might get a little bit too much. So I don't know if I'll end up carrying it around with me, just because for the monthly inserts, it's usually just bill tracking that I use it for. So I don't really need to carry it with me, but I also like having that monthly calendar with me. So we'll see when it gets here what I decide to do with it. But yeah, like this is the same setup like for my A5 that I was using. I had it in this Giovanni leather from the Chic Sparrow, and right now I'm actually using it for finances and stuff. Like I have my check registers in here and everything like that. But this is the Stalogy that I was using previously. It's actually, as you can tell, the same color and stuff, but this one is the 365. It's not the half year like I got for my standard. You can see I got about halfway through this, and this is mainly just a page a day that I was doing in this, like I'm doing in my standard now, because it's the system that works for me. But just because, like I said, it's winter time, I don't have as much going on right now, this was just getting a little too big. And that's okay. I don't mind switching notebooks and stuff, just because since I use blank notebooks, I'm not wasting anything, because I can jump from this notebook into this notebook, use this notebook for a little bit, and then jump back into here, because I'm not wasting any pages. I can just pick up right where I left off. Nothing's predated or anything like that, and I think that's just the appeal and the magic of a blank notebook for me. I love it. Oh, I also forgot to mention too, for this cover here, the plastic cover, I actually did kind of cut here a little bit. It's probably really hard to see, but since it was a cover, you know, that went all the way around, it's not made for elastics, obviously. So I cut a little like indent at the top and the bottom so that it fit a little bit better in the elastics without it like scrunching up, because as you can see here, this one I didn't cut, and it scrunches up really bad, and I don't really care for that. So I just decided not to do that. It still scrunches a little bit in here, but it's not as bad as it does this one. But yeah, so that is my setup for my standard traveler's notebook. I'm hoping I'll be in this one for a while, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm pretty notorious for changing notebooks quite often, but that's okay. I don't mind. If that's what works for me, then that's what works for me, you know? But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to talk to you again soon. I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.